So I've been trying to think about this, and I think I've put a pin on the best way to describe most of my musical sensibilities. I would say that the best way to describe my taste in music is, quote, sounds that would clear the room during a dinner party. I mean, honestly, if the neighbors aren't concerned, are you even really listening? Speaking of which, let's talk about all of that noise. Welcome, nerds, to the Clips channel. If you are new here, then let me welcome you to the Clips. This is a smaller portion of a much larger video that happens over on the main channel. It's a series I like to call The Week in Nerddom. This right here is the music section. We are going to be talking about music-related things, tours, new music, reacting to videos, just regular news in the music news section, all of the things. Super excited to have you here. Let's get into the news. Follow-ups and corrections here for the music section. First up, we have Slipknot's Duality has officially reached over 1 billion plays on Spotify specifically. So it's been over 1 billion for a while, I'm sure, because there are other streaming platforms. Whether you like it or not, they do exist. But on Spotify, very specifically, Slipknot has passed 1 billion plays for Duality, which is an awful lot of times that someone has had the overwhelming urge to slip their fingers into their eyes. This is truly a milestone for angst everywhere, I would think. And for a follow-up that was kind of to be expected for all of you industrial metal heads out there, Static X has officially announced that they are going to be celebrating in true fashion their 25th anniversary of the legendary Wisconsin Death Trip with a box set of the record, which makes sense. Like I said, it is going to be a box set, but it is going to be a very limited edition. So not only will you get to relive 1999 when spiked hair and baggy pants were the height of fashion, but you'll be able to rub it in the faces of all your poor friends who couldn't afford the limited edition box set. New music and videos this week to talk about. AFI has dropped another single from their upcoming record. The name of the record is Silver Bleeds the Black Sun. The new song is called Holy Visions. The record is out October 3rd, so we've got a couple of weeks still. This is, it would seem, the very proof that goth is not dead, and as a matter of fact, alive and well. Next up in new music this week, hi nerds, so you're liking this video, right? You like this little morsel that I'm giving you? Good, well then remember to hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. But know this is just a morsel, a taste, a very small piece of a much larger meal. This comes from the main channel, Generally Nerdy. It is from the show The Week in Nerddom. So if you want the full meal, as it were, then you can find that over there. Kind of new music anyway, because it is kind of the fashion right now to be doing a collaboration with Baby Metal. They are, for some reason, taking the American audiences by storm to such a degree that everyone is doing a team up with them. And Five Finger Death Punch are no strangers to following a fad, it would seem. So they have teamed up with a reimagined version of their song The End from their upcoming reimagined Best Of record that will be out soon. I honestly don't quite know what to make of this because not the biggest fan of either of these guys, but it is definitely a thing that exists in the world. And then for a little bit of a palate cleanser to get you away from the screams of the metal world, it would seem, we have Ladytron have released a new video / song for their song I Believe in You. It is kind of electronic greatness. I don't know how else to describe Ladytron. I don't know all of the electronic subgenres, just like I willfully refuse to learn the metal subgenres to any great extent. But either way, this is going to be a fun track to just kind of be a little bit of a breath of fresh or just different air. So you're welcome. Tours and festivals, it is time to get ready to throw down because one of my favorites of the older deathcore bands is doing reunion shows. That's right, Winds of Plague have announced a series, very short series, but a series nonetheless, of tour dates starting in the end of summer, beginning of fall, depending on how you look at it. So it is time to dust off those old dusty band t-shirts and get out there and go to these shows. In news that I honestly didn't see coming, we have legendary metal, highly influential metal band that is really genre defying. They don't really fit into any one small little category, but Acid Bath have announced that they are doing a giant show in New Jersey with support from the likes of Baroness and The Skull. This is going to be later in 2026. If you are anywhere near there at the time, follow the link in the description if you want to find out where exactly that is. But if you're anywhere near there at the time, then you owe it to yourself and prosperity to go. Now let's get into some regular ass news, and kicking things off in regular ass news, we have the potentially most unholy union of things since pineapple on pizza. We have 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack, it would seem, to a ride at Disneyland. You heard that correctly. 9 Inch Nails are doing the soundtrack to the Tron ride, so that makes sense, to the Tron ride at one of the Disney parks. I don't know if it's Disneyland or Disney World, the one of them. Trent Reznor, the man that would bring us, or that has brought us, the Downward Spiral, which has many lyrics in it that would make any mother or grandmother clutch her pearls with disgust. That guy is now officially a Disney composer, which means they're using his music at the parks. Makes sense. The ride is Tron Legacy Light Cycle Run, right? No, not Legacy. Tron Light Cycle Run will feature an original score by the industrial mastermind of Trent Reznor. You'll be able to strap into your little light cycle, hurtling through a digital landscape, and have your wholesome family fun soundtracked by the architect of 90s industrial angst that is the voice of a bunch of black-wearing goth kids the world over. Honestly, this has got to be one of the most beautifully bizarre pairings of all time. I can only imagine that the pre-ride safety video is just going to be the video for Closer on loop, because, yeah. So this is either officially a sign of the apocalypse or one of the greatest things to have ever happened, and I'm kind of leaning towards both, honestly. And that's really the only thing, the stuff we got to talk about for news. So let's talk about suggestions this week. Our suggestion is Mastodon's Blood Mountain. If you're looking for a metal album that is a certified no skips classic, then you have to go listen to Blood Mountain from Mastodon. It is a progressive, sludgy, conceptual masterpiece, as are all of the early Mastodon works, that's all about climbing a mountain and fighting monsters on your way to the top. It's complex, it's heavy, and it is absolutely required listening for anyone who is a fan of the genre. So go check out Blood Mountain by Mastodon. Thank you very much, nerds, for tuning in. If you want to level up your nerdy, geeky, pop culture knowledge, then don't forget to subscribe and do all of the things. Go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy, for the larger portion. Again, you get all of these sections into one convenient video over on Generally Nerdy. The name of the show is The Week in Nerddom. Thank you for checking out this clip. We will see you next time. Before we go, though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, probably here.